Hey, how's it going? Um, I had this survey shared with me, and I was filling it out. I didn't get very far before I thought, hey, this would be kind of interesting to discuss and go through, see some other ideas on it. So I wrote Elf Hunter in here because I don't like streaming by myself, I guess. So we'll see what we think about it. It's and we can help it out. It's for some graduate students at the University of Washington, so we'll get them some data. If you need the,
Yeah,
I would encourage anyone watching to check out the survey for themselves. You have the link in the description.
I do.
Nice, yeah. So check it out there, and we'll just see how this goes.
Yeah, so you sent this to me and said, let's do a live stream tonight, like a couple hours ago. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's what we're going to do, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
You want me to share it now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Here we
All
are.
right, so this is just kind of the start of it. It's like, hey, this is what it's for. The main thing is it's classifying and cataloging TTRPGs. And then if you're doing the survey, just make sure that confirm all this stuff. Let's go ahead and get it started. So, what TTRPGs have we played? I know I've played Dungeons and Dragons 5e. Is that how you spell dungeons?
Yeah.
5e.
Dragons. Excuse
Pop
me.
quizzes on the first day. Yes, pop quizzes.
I know.
I'm just trying to go in order so I don't miss anything. I know Dungeons and Dragons 5e, and then I guess next was probably Avatar Legends.
Yeah. Is that what it's
a,
called?
yeah,
Legends?
that's
Yeah.
a powered by the Apocalypse system, which was not great. I did not like it at all. I really loved I love Avatar, but the game was just not it. And then after that, Call of Cthulhu, Cthulhu. I think that's Cthulhu.
Yes.
Yes, yes. 7th edition,
Hmm.
and then I didn't want to develop carpal tunnel. Yeah, I've only been playing TTRPGs since 2020, so I don't have to type too much here. And then I've played
Same
Nemesis,
here.
of course. And then the most important, of course, is the officially unofficial. Wait,
Yes.
official was it the officially unofficial
Ultimate no prep
ultimate
challenge.
no it's dash right no prep challenge RPG.
Yes.
Yes,
And we
1981. Wow, that's
very nice.
very nice, very nice.
I'm sure you have some stories you could tell us, Shergle.
Oh, of course, easy D6. D6. Oh, 6. Anything else we're forgetting? I felt like there was something. Maybe I've just read more than I've played, but those are the ones I've played, I think.
I think that's it. We have a lot of overlap because we pretty much play together all the time. So
Yeah. Okay. Are you interested in finding TTRPGs to play that you have not before? Right now, no. But, you know, that's my answer. I might want some in the future. I have in the past, of course. I don't know how. I guess if you only played one game, then yeah, you're not interested in finding anything else. How did you find out about any TTRPGs, like new ones?
how did I find out about new ones? First was YouTube, I think.
I thought you were just gonna say you. I was like, oh, you just listened to my autistic screeching.
No, because our friend showed us D&D in like 2020 or something.
Mhm.
Got us into that, and then I got interested in that. Got on YouTube and started looking up D&D tips, slot videos and stuff.
Good
And
old slop.
and I realized D&D is not the only game out there.
Hmm. So I would say really only well, let's say word of mouth for sure. Word of mouth online. I actually have looked at actual plays to see examples of play for other games, which
Yeah.
I honestly feel bad for those other games because, man, it did not put them in a good light. And then searching online, Any others? I can't really think of anything else. That pretty much covers it, right? Word of mouth.
I found some from like advertisements on like email or Facebook or Kickstarter or whatever.
Okay, so just like ads.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, what's this from
I've
Trigal?
ignored them.
I've safely ignored the ads as well. D&D, Star Frontiers, Game World, Traveler, enough Avalon Hill to kill Smooth, Grognards, Rune Quest, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I wish if I was around in the 80s, I think I would have gravitated to Rune Quest rather quickly.
I wonder what games I would be playing if I hadn't discovered like 4D or Mithras or things. I'd probably be doing like lots of OSR stuff or just any kind of D&D. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for the print copy of what was it? The one with is it the new Kickstarter? Well, it's not really that new anymore, but it hasn't been printed yet for the Titans of it's like Titans of Fallen Earth, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Where it's like the kaiju and the mechs, and I don't think it's gonna 4D very well, but I'm probably just gonna pull it out when I want to play
No.
with the boys. Just play a board game with the boys, essentially.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Trigal.
More
Anyways,
dungeon clearing.
websites or search platforms you use to search for TTRPGs. Only social media. I don't. I've not really gone on forums that much.
Yeah, I'd
It's kind of
say
before my time.
social media, meaning Discord, where I talk about it with other
Mhm.
like-minded people. Every once in a
Reddit,
while, I get on
YouTube.
drive through. Yeah,
I've never looked for a game on drive through. Like, oh, let me see what games there are on drive through today. I literally only go there when I know there's a game, but I don't know like where it is, so I just look it up on drive through.
that's a good point. I think I am the same. Yeah, YouTube is the best.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube, bar
I like
none.
Discord because it's people I know, so I
Hmm.
know there's like a certain like floor for like how good the recommendations are going to be. Or if I just go to Reddit, bro, they'll recommend the worst slop, dude, like the trashiest trash. And that's probably just because that's what they like, but they have no like I'm not connected to these people at all, so they don't know what I like. Despite
Yeah.
me typing it out, they're just like, "Oh, this is the best game," which I understand because I put Mithras in every single Reddit thread, no matter what. No.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
looking for a rules light futuristic system. Yeah, Mithras sounds perfect. No.
It's great to talk with people that you already know because you developed a language between each other that you both understand.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
talking to anybody on like Reddit or I don't know, Twitter or something, you could be
Speak,
talking right past each other using completely different language, talking about RPGs, you know?
Speaking about language that you understand, this next question is like, is it important that you know whether the TTRPG leans toward combat, roleplay, or world building? So those are three very loaded words that mean different things to different people. So that's kind of what you're talking about. Like, Dawn Patrol. I don't know what that
Sounds
is.
familiar.
That
Is that like
sounds like
Paw Patrol? No.
something tells me it's not the same thing. Um, but yeah, I think it is important. Probably not in the way that the surveyors thought, but if a game can't role play, then I'm not going to play it probably.
Yeah, it has to be role play for us. Uh, and you know, for us, combat is role played. You know,
Yeah,
we do world building in session
world
0.
building happens.
So
Well, not just session zero,
it's
but the
like,
whole game.
yeah, that's true.
Anyways, what's
Yeah.
leans more toward combat role player? Is there an other? Oh well, no, it's just yes. Okay. Next page. All right, this is as far as I got. It's like, hey, rank all these. I'm like, ooh,
What?
but it takes a bit, but I think it makes sense. So
Consider the features that determine whether you are interested in playing a TTRPG. Rank these features from most to least important.
most to least important. Um, so I think probably uh least important is easiest for me. Is like, what do I not care about? So, what do I not care about? Let's see. Art and graphic design is nice. It's not the most important, but it's
It's
nice to have. It makes, I will say, art and graphic design make it a lot easier to pitch a game to other people.
yeah,
So that's nice.
yeah,
Connection to a media property is pretty low, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
I'll move that
I've
down.
I've never played a like the Transformers RPG or the Star
Yeah.
Trek RPG. You know,
You can't play art. That's true, Space Rody. That's true. But if I just give a text document to my friends, they might not read it. Even the ones who role play. Let's see.
I can attest to this many times over. I'm like,
Edition.
guys, it's one page.
Okay, I don't think I've ever met anyone who won't read one page. He
Let's
stares at me.
continue.
He's telepathically telling me exactly who he's thinking of. All right. Edition kind of matters. Not very much, but like most people are gonna be on the newest edition, right?
Yeah.
You have players that read. What word grimes? Can you expand on that? The tabletop RPG community. I assume you mean there's like different facets of it, but
He
I would love
was
to hear you expand on that.
okay.
I'm gonna put this edition kind of lower. It's important because most people are on the newest edition, but whatever. Um, Game designer. I literally don't care who designed the game. I'm putting that at the bottom.
I don't even know game designers.
I don't know any of their names, so and then I guess along with that, there
I,
was a publisher. Publisher does matter to me because I don't like WotC.
I don't either. For designer,
Um,
I like my friends' games and I like the design mechanism. I don't
you,
know anybody else.
you like your friends' games?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we got some pretty sick writers in the Crusade Discord. I need
Mm,
to check out Space Roadie's new thing. It looked pretty interesting.
mm.
I agree. Game designers are definitely deviants. Space Roadie.
Hmm.
There's definitely some irony in that message right there. Okay, where were we? I skipped base systems. I do think that matters. Genre matters. I think inclusion or exclusion of GM or facilitator role.
That's probably pretty important because every
Yeah,
game we've played has that.
mood or tone definitely matters. Player count. I would say prep time. I'm putting that on the top.
Yeah.
If I can't play this game without putting Mongo amounts of prep into it, I ain't playing it. It's not happening. Player count,
So
randomizer, setting lore.
if I'm not taking too much time away from what we're doing here, what would be an example of something that requires a ton of prep time?
Well, probably something like I mean, I've never played it, but probably something like Draw Steel takes a lot of
Oh,
prep time,
oh yeah.
considering you need to get like I mean, it requires a grid, doesn't it? Like,
You have to have a grid.
so that's already a bunch of prep time that other RPGs don't need at all.
Can you not could you not put out a grid and just draw something at the moment
I've
and
already needed to go buy a grid.
make up? Oh, true.
like,
Can
you
you
don't need
throw
that.
can you throw random monsters on the board and it still is
You could,
okay?
but from what I've seen of the game, it's not going to work very well.
Yeah, it needs to be kind of just right, I think.
I assume fourth edition has similar gripes. Um, what about Titans of Fallen Earth? Oh, sorry, War Grimes. I think you misunderstood me. I got the digital version, but I've not read it because I really like the paper versions. It's just from what I've seen, it looks like it might, but I literally have no information on whether it's going to be immersive or not. Sorry if that came across wrong. It looked like a game that would be more fun to play sort of in the board game adventure game type of way, but we'll see. I
It
have not
does
read it.
It does strike me that way.
Let's see. Where were we? Themes, publisher. Okay. So we've got all the ones that don't matter. Okay, so edition doesn't matter. Connection to property doesn't matter. Game designer doesn't matter, at least to me. Publisher does matter a little bit because I don't like WotC. Other than that, let's see. Let's go for stuff that does matter. Prep time matters. Next thing. I don't. Do you think that would be at top for you, or what would out of these? What would be at the top?
Maybe prep time would be, and then another one, maybe base system.
I think base system is extremely important, just because. See that PBTA right there? Maybe it's because I played like the worst. I've heard that Avatar Legends is like a terrible Powered by the Apocalypse game, so maybe that's why. But I just don't. I don't like it. But that's the only one I played, so I don't know. This part of the survey. Oh, you already did it, Shergal. Oh, nice. Let's see. So the base system matters, and then there was something else. The randomizer or resolution mechanic matters. I guess in a similar vein.
Yeah.
I wouldn't not like a game if it used cards or tokens, but dice seem to make the most sense. Is how they phrase tabletop RPG enthusiasts as a centralized group, like a politically controlled, marketable group, centrally organized and uniform. Okay, yeah, I can see that. It's definitely a very diverse group. Powered by the Apocalypse games are antithetical to in-character play. I agree. I
agree.
Highly agree. Dude, you already did it, Shergal? Dude, we're like you speed ran it, dude.
Oh, man. It's like this is the easiest test I've ever done.
What's that? War Grimes? No immerse role players, no JPRPGers, no. Oh, okay, yeah. They're all the. I mean, I guess you could say they are the, but not not in like a unified form. Like we are all the human race, but I don't think anyone would say that we're all unified and agreeing on everything. But yeah, and I can see.
I don't think they meant to say that either. They're just like,
they're academics. They obviously meant it in the worst way possible.
Yes.
Anyways, so the randomizer mechanic, art and graphic design is fine. The audience, I mean, I'll play a game for kids. I don't care if it's good. If it's good, it's good. So I guess that doesn't matter. I guess I'll put it down. What do you think?
I probably wouldn't play a game for kids, but
okay. I'll put it above publisher for now. Let's see. Next up is, oh yeah, I want to be Godzilla for sure. What are we doing here? We're filling out. We're telling the academics what role-playing games are. No, this is just a survey that was put out for some graduate students to collect data about role-playing games at the University of Washington, I think it was. I just thought it'd be interesting. I went like literally this far. I was like, hey, this would be cool just to get some discussion going. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. I agree. Hopefully it's the Avatar Legends role-playing game, because then they'll play it, realize it's terrible, and they'll be actually not misdirected, but directed to the correct role-playing games. Let's see. Genre. I think genre matters a lot. I think it's good. Like I love Mithras as sort of like a toolbox, but if you're gonna play a game, like GURPS is a good example of like, bro, I don't want to play this game because it's too toolboxy to me. It's too like it doesn't. How do I say? It doesn't have a strong enough opinion on things. So I think genre matters. I'll put that above art and graphic design. Inclusion or exclusion of a GM or facilitator role. I don't think I've ever played a game that doesn't have a GM, unless it's like a solo game. I guess I'll put that up. I don't know. I don't know. Mood or tone, I'm putting up with genre. I think that matters. I'm not going to play a quirky horror game. I'm not interested in that. Some people are, but I'm not. Player count. This is interesting. How many RPGs have a player count on them?
I don't know that I've seen that. Except for way back in the day, you might see like a D&D that says up to 50 players.
Oh god.
But other than that, I don't know if I've seen a player count.
Yeah. GURPS is like BRP. Oh, you have a GM-less game out there on the shelf. Interesting. That sounds cool. Yeah, I am. Actually, this is interesting. So one thing I've noticed was like BRP you can make in a game you want of it. Just don't play with GURPS fans.
Shauna would say generally useless role-playing game. That's what he
Yes,
called it.
yes. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the Mithras Discord server who are like, "Why is Mithras not GURPS?" Mostly as a joke, because some people want more detail, and then other people are like, "No, don't do it. You're going to become GURPS." But what?
It's just right. Don't
Yeah.
put more.
So, going back to like GM versus GM list in a game, I know that generally a good way to measure someone's commitment to a game. Like sometimes I'll like if I'm looking at players, I'll ask them, "Hey, have you ever GM'd anything?" You know, and
Mm-hmm.
if the answer is even like, "Oh, I've wanted to GM, I just never have a chance," that's good enough to me. It's like, okay, this person's more committed than just a player who's just I want to sit in the background and be entertained.
Right.
So I'm wondering if you're used to like if you play GM-less systems, how does that? I wonder how that changes the dynamic, right?
I've thought about it a few times. It'd be
Um,
fun, but
if I had to guess, it'd be because I guess if you're playing a GM-less system, it's almost like everyone's kind of GMing at the same time. Is that how those games work? I've never played one, so
maybe the idea I've had and that I think I've seen other people have is like the person that's next in turn order will be the GM, and then it'll switch, and then it'll switch. I don't know.
interesting.
Never played one.
Anyways, player count. I'm putting at the bottom because it doesn't matter. No one listens to them, even if it's put on the box, and it's never even put on the box.
Right.
All right, inclusion or exclusion of GM. Um, I don't know where to put this. What does that say? I would think that GM list would go with the 4D thing, considering how fond player agency 4D seems to be. Yeah, I don't think it'd be necessarily against it, but I do. I just like playing the GM role. Like it just lets me focus more on the world.
I think having a GM is the easiest way to do it, but if you guys if anyone does a GM list 4D game, please upload it. I want to watch.
Oh, our Brazilian brothers have an idea. The concept Conway and I came up with is that the GM position rotates, made purposely to cause chaos. Chaos ensues. That does sound fun. Okay, I would
Yeah.
rate this relatively low in terms of like importance for my decision making, but it does sound interesting. Okay, next up is setting or lore. Once again, I think this is fairly important. Do you think setting or lore is more important or less important than genre and tone?
I think less.
Less. I agree. Well, setting is important to me, but lore doesn't matter as much, especially in like a 4D game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I put it like how you have it. Tone, genre, setting, lore.
Lore equals bore, space roadie. If there's too much lore, I don't want to play the game. But and I think we were talking about this one time on the it was on Crispy's stream with the oh gosh, what was it? The Cosmere game. He was talking about how
What about Sprens?
oh no, you brought oh no, not the
Dude,
spread.
that one was so good because he lost his mind. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, it can be kind of like if you have a bunch of people who you already play are wanting to play with and you all enjoy the same like lore of some sort of setting, it can be a good like what's the word? jumping off point, you're kind of like a fast forward, a head start. Um, as long as everyone agrees, after the game starts, the lore, everything's like, no holds bar, right?
Right.
Because if you're trying to be like, oh yeah, but the lore says this, so you can't actually do that. It's like, bro, shut up. This is not. This
But
is
I
not
just did
the movie. It just happened.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll leave it there. Art and graphic design is getting progressively lower.
Yeah.
Themes: family, violence, romance, crime, etc. Yeah, that matters to me. I'm not going to be playing a romance game. Probably, I'm not going to be playing a cooking game. I would definitely play a basketball RPG. If anyone knows a
Oh,
good
dude.
basketball RPG, I would play that so hard, dude.
Uh, UNPC. That's. But you have to. Oh, you have to make up new stats to roll.
See, the problem is, yeah, like if I want to play a basketball RPG, I want a little bit more detail. I don't know.
Yeah. Like one time I played the UNPC RPG, and then the players were like my logic and my emotion and my lizard brain inside my mind. And I'm like, none of these stats make sense for the game we're playing. I had to just
Yeah.
uh but anyway.
All right. So, I would put themes above art and graphic design. I would put it actually pretty high because I don't want to play romance games. How high do I put this?
Yeah.
Um, above mood or tone, but less than the randomizer. Huh, that's tough. I'm just gonna put it there. I don't care.
Yeah. I For me the central mechanic is the most important thing.
All right.
I
Well,
know
there's it.
I know some like the genre and tone even more than the mechanic. They don't care what the mechanic is, but I do.
I only put mechanics so high because there are some objectively bad mechanics,
Mhm.
such as Powered by the Apocalypse. Anyways, there is this other section. I did have one thing. One thing that I look for in RPGs is, I don't know what you would call it, but homebrew ability.
Yeah.
Because like
How easily can you mod it? Can I take things out? Can I put things in? If I put something in, is there an existing system that I can use to model it? You know?
that's pretty high on my. That's pretty high for me.
Yep.
If there are other features that are important to you, please share what they are and how important they are. You can also use this space to elaborate. I'm not elaborating. They asked me to rank 16 things. I'm sorry.
Space
Highlights of games
Roadie.
display imperfect mechanics so that I appreciate percentile more.
That
D100 supremacy.
that sounds like my experience in the Crusade.
All right. This section will ask you to attempt to define a few terms. Oh boy. Related to TTRPGs based on what they mean to you. If you're not familiar with the term, feel free to attempt to define it anyway. Interesting. Okay. Are you familiar with the term rules light? Yes.
Yep.
I want a mechanic in my game that the referee is required to yell rule 0 whenever they change something. Oh my.
Yeah, you can mod the game while you're playing it, actually.
Oh boy. All right. How would you define rules light in the context of a TTRPG? Everyone in chat right now, how would you define rules light in a TTRPG? Best answer gets put in. No.
Rules light. That's when you grab a complete rule set, you take out all the extra, you leave the central mechanic, and then whenever something happens outside of the central mechanic, you have to make it up
I
on the
thought you were
spot.
going to say that's when you take a complete rule set and then make it incomplete and sell it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That said, I've had lots of fun with stuff like Easy D6, Shadow Dark, but yeah, it's like
Oh, yeah,
why?
that's it. Hold on, that's it right there. Space already has it.
Oh, he's solved role playing.
But I would say rules light is when, um, let's see, is when you take mechanics and you sacrifice detail and complexity for um, ease of use at the table, I guess. That's
Ideal,
probably how I would describe it. Yeah, ideally, right?
ideally speed as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just put that. I'm gonna put something like that. Um, Everyone, look at my typing. I type at 30 words per minute. Let's see. There's a lot of rules light systems then, Space Roadie. That's considering that game is actually 3 books long. Um, let's see. Sacrifice detail and complexity for speed and ease of use. Sure. RuneQuest fails. Yes, RuneQuest is. I love RuneQuest though. I think GURPS definitely fails. Uh,
I've yet to play RuneQuest. I'm going to play a basic form of it with Dom
I
and
mean,
Nico one of these days.
RuneQuest is basically just. I mean, yeah, I guess it depends what edition you're talking about, but RuneQuest 6 was just Mithras. So,
Yeah. Oh, true.
uh, how would you define the genre of adventure in the context of TTRPG? Oh my lord. Even in like video games, like they have the action adventure genre, which doesn't mean anything. Like, um, hmm,
Okay, so in the context of
agreed, Space Roadie.
TTRPG, that's so wide that yeah, it doesn't mean anything. I know what I could probably tell you what I'd call it. Um, adventure.
Hmm. Everything is
That's
adventure if you have enough whimsy. I would
adventure,
say, hmm,
challenge, whimsy, and adventurer. Oh god. It you're going out and doing something that most people don't do.
I misspelled this. Meaningless. There we go. Hey, it's Bacon. All right,
Like
Bacon. You have 30 seconds. What does adventure mean? What is the genre of adventure? 25 seconds. No. um, I would just say, when people say adventure, though, they do mean something. Like, I would say generally when people say adventure, they mean, um, let me get to your question in a second, War Grimes. Um, they generally mean there's a good versus evil. Um, there's going to be violent conflict. Um, that's like when I think of adventure, like, sure, it's very nebulous, but how can you have an adventure game without those two things? Like, yeah, there you go. That's a good one, Bacon.
I like Bacon's definition best. I don't think it always has uh like combat, but it does seem like there's always got to be some kind of danger, even if it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
physical danger.
I'm gonna change my meaningless term is a nebulous term. There you go.
Unknowns, yeah. That's the big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're facing something that you don't really understand. Remember when I was a kid and I play online games, I would select adventure for like when you filter them out, I would look for adventure games.
Yeah, but then you just get like anything. That's the
I
problem.
yeah, at least the way I thought of it as a kid was like it's kind of like action, but you're traveling the whole world. You know, that was my kid definition anyway.
That's see Chagall. That's why in video games they just call it action adventure games. So there is no need to distinguish.
Good job, baby.
All right, guys, we need to follow the rule of threes here. Oh, we have it needs to have danger, unknowns, and what's the third thing? I think I
You
feel like
gotta
adventure has to have some sort of maybe not good versus evil is the right word.
you have to stand for something. I think that's
There's
my
I feel like
thought.
there has to be change involved. Like you can't go on an adventure and not change. Travel.
I think that's true.
I
Can
don't
you
think you need to have
you
travel for. I mean, in the literal word of adventure, you do need to travel. But like in the terms of like adventure in a TTRPG, do you need to travel? You can stay in one city and still have an adventure game. Yeah, I'm just gonna put change slash progression.
I don't know about this one, War Grimes. Like just challenging. I feel like it. Like I'm saying, I feel or I guess, but I think it needs to be a new or unknown kind of path. That's my feeling on it. Yeah.
Travel can be small scale. Well, I mean, then any game has adventure unless you're like a quadriplegic in your hospital bed. You're just like, that's the game. That's the only non-adventure game. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on this one. There was a question that Wargrimes had earlier. How do I can't put it on. But it's, can rules light exist without it being a story game, or do those two things basically determine each other? No, I don't think they need to be rules light. For example, Easy D6, you can play that, and it's not a story game. You know,
Yeah.
it it's just the rules aren't super detailed. You don't have verbose mechanics for swinging a sword versus other things. It's just like all one very simple like, hey, roll a d6.
So
Anyways,
for someone who's not as familiar with our stuff, what would you say is a story game?
Powered by the Apocalypse.
Right.
That's where everyone's like, oh, let's well, to me, I think story gaming is more where you like before the story happens, you decide what's going to happen, and then you just go through the scenes to see what happens in the scenes. That's what story game really means to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I may be stupid. um, travel genre. No one goes adventuring on the King's Highway. You never know. I don't think rules light is a useful term. It's all relative, right? So if like, are you gonna sit there and number all the rules and be like, okay, if you have 31 rules, it's all no, it's not rules light anymore. But it gets the feeling across, I think.
Being narrative. I'm not sure I know what that means.
Yeah, being narrative. I mean, if you're saying, is there a narrative? Well, I mean, yeah,
A
all the
narrative
players are
unfolds.
moving with their characters, and at the end you have a story. But
Think he's asking if like we when you play ECD6, are you trying to force a narrative or follow a narrative, or are you just role playing to see what happens? You do whatever you want with it, but there's nothing inherently in the system that's going to make it follow a predetermined narrative or anything like that.
yeah,
See why?
all right. I don't know how long this is. But, we have lots to go. So let's see. How would you define mechanics in the context of a TTRPG? Okay, so I would say mechanics involve numbers.
It's different than just the rules, right?
Um,
It's the stuff you can fiddle with, interact with. Or it would be everything, actually. It is the rules.
Arithmetic. Oh my goodness. Let's see. If the result is to make a story or follow a story, that would influence how it. Okay. Um, if you took the game of Easy D6 by itself, it's not. I would not call it a story game. They are, and to answer your question specifically, um, there's no story to follow. Like there's not a story laid out. I mean, if you're playing with a GM who's putting you on a railroad, then yeah, there is. But that's not the game's fault.
Uh, a better example of a system that's like implicitly a story game is like, oh, I rolled this result, therefore this narrative beat is going to happen. I'm going to console a friend. I'm going to regain the trust of an old enemy.
Yeah, it's like roll. Like for example, Powered by the Apocalypse will have you like they have their moves, right? So one of them is like uh when you help somebody, what's the word? When you help somebody deal with their childhood trauma or something like that, which is like really specific. It was like, oh, okay. So now the mechanics of the game are telling you, hey, you should do these things.
Yeah.
Like you need to find anyone you can that has trauma, and you need to help them with it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but
Some people like that. But to me, that's more like building a story together rather than role playing together.
yeah. So back to mechanics. So I would say like mechanics are like arithmetic, like numbers, things like that, that you are then mapping to more abstract or physical concepts. So, like, here's this number, that's going to be your strength. And then that strength is used to push things. And you compare your strength number with this other number. Like, that's a mechanic, right? And then, as well as, like, maybe, oh, here's a mechanic for, I don't know, maybe there's a romance game out there. There's a mechanic for for dating people and growing your relationship with them. Like you could just role play that without mechanics, right? Because assuming you're human beings, you know how that works. Or you can put mechanics to it, and it's like, hey, this is their heart number, their heart gauge, and they don't enjoy flattery, but they do enjoy comedy, right? Those are mechanics that you're putting on their numbers and things like that you're putting in place to
Represent how the world works.
represent how the world works.
Emulate. Emulate's a good word. Yeah.
It's a mechanic if you use dice or count points. But what about the card games? What if you draw the card? No.
Space already said, nice explanation, nerd. However, it took like 45 seconds. So.
Yeah, dang it. Mechanics involve numbers, arithmetic comparison, or other. I'll just put etc. I'm an academic. I'm putting etc.
This is pretty good too. Shirgal says mechanics are a consistent and predictable framework for resolving actions that can have distinct outcomes.
And then I'm going to use things. I'm not academic anymore. Is right. Not all rules are mechanics. Not all mechanics are rules. If it doesn't require action, it isn't a mechanic. Let me think. If it doesn't require
So,
action, it isn't a mechanic.
so you might say a rule of this game is that could be. You could say the setting is a rule, like it's like in this world there are dragons. But would you call that a mechanic? Don't think
Let
so.
me think. And I guess it like action could be by you or action being forced upon you, and by you I mean like the character, right? Because I was thinking the first thing I thought of was like HP, but
Mhm.
like HP is just a number. The mechanic is if your HP reaches 0, you die. You know,
That sounds right.
dwarves cannot use magic. That is a rule, not a mechanic. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's no numbers there. The numbers,
Yeah.
Mason. What do they mean?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just
General,
moving on.
Generally, I would like look up definitions and research YouTube videos to answer questions, but it's just a casual stream, so it's fine.
Yeah. Can't rules be X must or mustn't be Y? The mechanic speaks of how.
That kind of sounds in line with what we were saying, if I'm interpreting you correctly.
That sounds like algebra, so I'm going to skip it. Anyways, how would you describe what play style is in the context of a TTRPG? Oh god. Okay. Play style.
Bacon, Bacon, we need you.
No. This is an interesting one because they say play style, and what I'm assuming they mean is like similar to like 1D, 2D, 4D, 3D. Like, what is the style they play? Um, what do you do when you go to the game? Like, what do you get enjoyment out of the game with? Like,
What's the goal? What
yeah,
are
I guess.
you trying to do? Is the goal to clear the dungeon? Is the
Okay,
goal
Nicholas,
to
is it Etera RPG or is it like etc. like Etera? I don't know how you would say that. Etera RPG.
I think it's
Anyways,
Utera.
I love the style of which you play the game. I'm sure that's exactly what they're looking for. I'm just gonna put something. If you disagree with it, then tell me, and then we will modify it. Let's see, play style.
We're not even close to finishing this, are we?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what the other pages are. Are the other pages going to be ranking 23 things again, or is it going to be? Have you played this game? Have you played this?
Yeah.
Game? I don't know what the other ones are. If you're Anglo, you can say it in the first pronunciation. I don't remember which one I said first.
You said Etera first.
Etera?
Yeah.
There's probably an. So am I supposed to roll the R? Oh, better with bacon. It's in the description. It's a survey for a graduate class at the University of Washington. And we just thought, hey, this is interesting. Let's just do a stream with it.
They're in information science, I believe. That's what kind of project it is. So that's why they're collecting information.
I'll just put like examples.
Nerds studying D&D in university.
Yeah, essentially.
But admittedly, that's the first thing I thought when I looked at the survey. I'm like, y'all are doing this for your grad project, really? But it is actually a good way to do a project, as far as I can tell.
There we go. That seems fine to me. I think this is an okay
The way
answer.
in which you play to reach your goals for the game: socializing, role-playing, story, writing, board gaming. I think that's
Wait. It's academic now, etc. Oh god, I misspelled it. How do you spell etc.?
Throw an et al in there or something.
Et al. I missed the start of this. What is this quiz? Some sort of Facebook mom quiz thing. Conway, we just said it. It's a survey for nerds that are in college. They're graduate level. This is our chance to show them what real role playing is. Anyways.
Yeah, they're gonna pick our submission out
good.
of the 2000 and be like, oh.
Oh, perchance. I'll make sure to use that one, Bacon. In this next section, we will ask you to write down words. I'm not writing anything. This is a computer. Or short phrases that you associate with various features of TTRPGs. You can choose to do this for any number of categories based on your interests. Please select one or more of the following categories that you find important when searching for TTRPGs.
Did we not do this already? Let me reread.
No, I think they're asking us to choose one. Mechanics are important. But I feel like writing about that. I think that's the only one I really care about, honestly. What about you?
Write down words or short phrases that you associate with. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't care. Whichever one you want.
I'm just gonna do mechanics. You can choose more than one. That's why I'm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. If we pick the second one, I'd probably go with tone.
Setting or that's lore. Tone.
Yeah, mood or tone.
You know what? Let's just send it, baby.
Let's go. We will never finish this live stream.
List 3 words or short phrases that describe the mood or tone of TTRPGs that you have played or considered playing. Feel free to elaborate on the terms you provide if desired. Elaborate? Why would I do that?
3 words or short phrases that describe the mood or tone of TTRPGs that you have played.
Okay, so mood or tone. I like heroic RPGs. That doesn't mean I like games where you can't get killed in one hit. I want to be able to get killed in one hit, but you can have a heroic game where you get killed in one hit.
Yes.
I don't want to play a grimdark fantasy game. That's just I don't like it. I personally don't like it. They're fine. Anyway, so heroic. What other tones?
I've subjected players to it and they hated me, pretty sure. Sulky, obstinate, bemused.
But that means I have the bigger brain, right? Right, Nicholas? Right? Is that how that works? Those are playstyles. Is heroic a playstyle? I don't think it's her playstyle.
Yeah, that's more of a tone.
I'm just gonna put. Yeah, I like hopeful, and what's another tone? I also like horror. Is horror a tone? That's a genre.
Horror's more of a tone than a genre.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right.
Actually,
I'm just gonna take that at face value and move on. Describe the genre. Okay, I like historic, science fiction, what's with sci-fi, and what's another genre? Is that not how you spell sci-fi? Come on, Wi-Fi. No.
That's right.
Let's see. What's another genre I like? I guess historic is not fantasy. I'll just put fantasy. There we go.
Yep.
List 3 words or short phrases for themes.
Good versus... Oh, that's not a word.
Or
short phrases. Okay, good versus evil. Yeah. Dominable human spirit. Yes. I think that's what I'm after when I say I want to play Grimdark.
No, Shergal. What you have to do is you have to wrap your entire house in aluminum foil. That's how you get your players off their phones. That's the only way. Not even Matt Colville would be on his phone in that house. Let's see. Good versus evil, nominal human spirit, and last one, themes. Betrayal.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
How do you spell betrayal?
That's right.
There we go. That's good. We're gonna throw it out. Setting or lore. Okay, so settings or lore. Low magic.
Low magic.
put low / no magic. I'm completely with Mr. Max. I hate magic. This is the perfect example of the weakness of democracy, with your voices being drowned out by DN drones. Well, hopefully, if all of you take my answers and just copy and paste them over and over, we'll win. Let's see. What other settings or lore? Oh, like old world,
Yes.
old worlds, future history. Yes. What's another setting or lore that I prefer or considered playing?
Modern day. I like that.
I feel like
Oh,
I like the idea. Age of Sail. Interesting. I'm just gonna put biblical.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Mechanics.
Con-
Percentile.
Conway,
Oh yeah, Bronze Age.
I've probably said this a couple times before, but I tried to make a Bronze Age Conan-esque game one time, and it ended up feeling more biblical and like it felt like it felt like the players were like Moses, curing leprosy and different things, and it has a very cool feeling. But I guess that would be called Sword and Sandals.
When you misspell it so bad, it can't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was really cool. Except we were using D&D. So sorry, Conway. Playing Jenga and or isn't there an
Man.
actual? Isn't there an RPG that uses like a Jenga tower as the central mechanic?
It's called Dread.
Okay, I guess that's what Space Roadie is referencing.
Yeah. Never
All
played
right.
it, but yeah.
Mechanics, percentile supremacy, death spirals. I love death spirals. You need a good death spiral so that your players are not idiots.
Yep.
It will train them.
Realistic, or at least close to realistic.
I don't know if
Maybe
realistic would be
maybe
the word I would use.
grounded is a better word.
Grounded. Just like it makes sense, but not necessarily realistic for Rock's Fall. um.
Verisimilitudinous. That is the actual word. I thought it would be verisimilus,
There
and
we
then
go.
someone on a stream said it's verisimilitudinous.
I'm
That broke
leaving
my
it.
mind.
All right. Tools. Imagination. There we go. Should we use GNS ironically? No, because they're going to think we're serious. These are academics. They don't understand comedy. So tools. I actually really enjoy when there's tools. Printer, that's a good one. Need that tool. I like when there's tools, like online tools for things that allow you to pull up like stat blocks really quickly for more complicated games, because then
Yep.
you don't have to prep them ahead of time.
So would you call that databases? There you go.
Very
Automated character sheets.
Online stat block things. Automated character sheets, yes. How did that J get there? There we go.
Character
That's
sheets.
fine. That's what I'm putting. GM screen to hide the last donut. You better believe I'm not hiding it. I'm shoving it in my players' faces and saying, I get the last donut because you're all at my house.
I think, are they implying VTTs? I think they're leaving it as open as possible.
I don't really care. Okay, look. Eterra, just because you have a stat block does not mean I'm... I just want to have something with more than his name is Tom.
I've created stat blocks even for easy d6. Now, most of the time, I'll probably just make something up in advance, but I mean, on the spot, I guess. But a stat block, even for easy d6, is just like, this is what the thing does. This is how many hits it can take.
I just like being
This
organized.
is, yeah.
Anyways, play style. Okay. This is what we're putting. This is what I'm putting.
I'll play.
Say where you are. I'm trying to how do I survey this? Say where you are,
Everyone say it in unison.
what you do. What? Uh, hold on, there's one more thing. What is undo? There you go. Control Z.
Location, action, speech.
Perchance you roleplay. There you go. We've done it. Oh my goodness, this is such. Are you interested in further participation in the study in the form of a recorded interview? Well, they can look at this, but I will. Oh yeah. Oh no, there's more. Never mind. No. Let's see. We will be interviewing both game creators and players. In which of these capacities would you be interested in participating? I have not made a game. Um, let's count. All right, everyone. This is my email address. No, here. Can you take it off real quick?
I'm gonna add it to the stage.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah!
And now credit card information. Go
Oh
ahead.
yes, of course. Here's my social security number.
It just says 7.
It just says 7. Oh, that's the last one. There was so much more on that bar. Wait. Okay. Okay, now y'all need to spam. If you can bring it back up, you need to spam TTRPG cataloging at gmail.com. Everyone, spam it. Say Mother May I is a sin against role playing. All right. Well, that was a pretty. I wouldn't say short stream, but to the point. Unless you want to do one yourself, I think we agree mostly. So, what?
I might do one myself later. It's probably gonna say pretty much the same thing.
Probably. All right, guys. I don't know how much if y'all are still watching, but that's pretty much it. I hopefully we can get through to these people and say, hey, you know what? TTRPGs. It's a varied hobby, which I'm sure is what they know. That's why they're trying to catalog things. Wait. Oh no. I'm leaving right now.
Can you? He's actually gone. Wait, re-explain everything. On top, conclusions. They don't even give you stats at the end. No, I guess not. This boy.
Captain Conway told me to wait, and I was like, I'm not standing for this. They don't even give you stats at the end. I think it's basically a glorified Google sheet, not Google sheet, Google form. Yeah, I wish it would give you some sort of stats. You have to wait for their paper to get results. That means I have to read it. Gosh.
Yeah, I think that for their project they're gonna make some kind of
They're manipulating the results. Stop the count. Stop.
They said the capstone project intends to create a usable TTRPG metadata schema for classifying and cataloging TTRPGs. So I assume they're gonna
create the
publish
GNS
that
theory.
thing.
They're making sure they are not repeatable.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The survey is expected to take 10 to 20 minutes.
1 hour later. All right, now all of you go to Elf Hunters channel and watch the experimental Mithras 4D game. And this was all just an ad for that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Increase the speed to watch it.
2x speed.
Yep.
If you ever watch an actual play, you have to watch it on 2x speed. Otherwise, it's can't do it.
Yeah, I know there are some Mithras players that play in character or 4D. So if you are interested in playing, in character Mithras games, that would be the playlist to watch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if there's no other questions in chat, I think we could be nearing the end here. Is it? There's no way it's sponsored. No, that's a lie.
No.
There's a lot, dude. Tell me that. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, dude. I thought you were serious. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, dude. That was a Hasbro logo for sure.
Then someone's gonna knock on my door. Did you fill out that survey and record your results on a live stream?
Sorry, guys. I guess I should have made this public, but I actually am on WotC's payroll. They pay me 3,000 D&D books a day. They don't give me money; they just give me books. It's a problem. I need help. My apartment is full.
I signed up for one of those things where it's like you get like 100 books for $50 or
What?
$20 or something.
For the
I don't know.
was that a Humble Bundle?
Yeah, I
Those
don't know what
digital
happened with
ones.
that. Yeah, digital. Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta check my email on that. I probably don't even care about those books anymore. But
Someone would have to pay me to give me 50 books.
yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, guys, check out the Washington, Seattle, Washington. Yes, unfortunately, I've heard good things about Seattle, Washington. I've also heard a lot of bad things. You guys reckon there's a Fed in the server keeping tabs on us, but then actually start liking roleplay? They're not in the server publicly. It's like they're in the back door for Discord, and they're just watching us, ready to see who's gonna mess up first.
Dude, I still get that feeling every once in a while. I'm gonna see him when I go to Domino's.
See
I don't know.
Connor.
he's
just gonna see you.
He's gonna be
Hold
holding
up.
a pizza, and he's gonna be like,
He's just gonna be there. Hold up. He's just gonna be there with his pizza, his drink. He's gonna turn around.
I guess that means we're doing well if he gives us a thumbs up.
Gives us a thumbs up. Imagine he gives you the thumbs down. He's just like,
we're like, no. I'm sorry. I'll play Traveler.
I'm sorry. I'll roleplay the hard way. Who's trying to find out how to make propaganda work on autists? Because I will tell you from my discussions recently that it's working rather well, unfortunately. But
I'm like, yeah. And Adept's like, yeah, guess who I'm talking about?
They, them, the man, bro. You'll enter Domino's.
he's like, I watch this every Saturday. He's just in the lobby watching them.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, this stream's going off the rails. We need to end it.
All right, fellas. Thanks for joining us. This is the most fun live chat I've had on a stream so far. So it was very fun and cool. All right, everyone, be blessed. Keep role playing. See y'all. Good night.